I did it wrong. From Toad Hall in Racine, Wisconsin, it's a podcast that's drunker than a Romspringer Christmas party. It's Guys, Games, and Beer! Thank you.
I get it now.
Works better.
I'm not as enthusiastic as the second time.
Somebody
said
that. And Christmas time. Was there a first and a second time that I missed? That would make this the third. Or can Mike not count?
Mike doesn't count.
Either way.
Alright, so Rob, what are we talking about tonight?
Hell if I know. Oh, hey, BFIG's upon us. BFIG is coming up in days now.
The Boston Festival of Indie Games.
Less than 10 days.
Keeping up with the postcards.
That's
yes,
right.
podcast from Wisconsin
Actually, it might be
has decided they're going to dedicate.
No, remember, this is the future. This is the future,
Right.
This is the future.
Right, this is the future, so they will see this just before we actually go.
This will
Time
be
travel, folks. It exists.
Forward to the future.
Yes. So we're going to talk about the video games or board games, because they cover both those indie games that you may not have heard of.
I'm not with you.
And we're going to start with Travis, I guess, because Matt
Pointing at Travis.
Matt is pointing at Travis.
Okay, so again, the people and our friends from Los Cthulhu and Chidorians are going to be there.
Well, they are going to be there?
Alright.
They will be there.
Duh. Yeah.
Played that. I'm really excited to see how it developed. We did a quick play test of their beta, and it was pretty interesting. Basically, your Cthulian-based luchador wrestlers in a ring battling for world supremacy, which is pretty fantastic. And you have like crazy attacks and wrestle moves as well as Cthulian spew, which is great. That you can slide around in the ring, and it gets pretty gory and messy. I'm really looking forward to see how it developed. We played with some very basic placeholders and things like that. I think if they develop the theme of it, I think it could look really cool and be a very interesting game to play. So I'm really hoping to see some more of those guys. There was a Mech Wars.
Is there going to be, before we go on to the next one, is there going to be a grudge match between you and Larry?
Yeah.
I heard it was...
It was one of the few games that actually beat Larry, and he usually wins on everything.
Yeah, so we're going to probably tape a grudge match between them two.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing that again. I'll have to practice my wrestling flexes, if you will.
Yes.
So I'll have to get back on that.
So far, you're one win and one tie.
Yeah.
Still counts.
Which is better than one tie and one loss.
Right.
Which
is what you got.
Rob.
Well, are we playing it wrong?
Oh, no. You cannot say you didn't do the rules right now.
That was Lake Billy that we got a little check on.
Yeah,
we got a little check on Lake Billy.
Otherwise than that, there was a mech building card game. It was called Mech Wars.
Very excited about that one.
Very excited. You basically configure a mech with cards. I'm not exactly. They didn't have a whole lot of data on their site. And it's an indie gaming festival, so you have no idea what these publishers are about. But it's got mechs, and it's got building them, and it's got doing them in gladiatorial combat in an arena. So I will definitely be on board, probably as long as it doesn't totally suck. So
Gotta get into Car Wars with Max.
exactly. So it's looking very, very much forward to that. There was very little information about the site about it, but they were like, "Hey, hop into an arena and fight with mechs that you build out of a deck of cards." I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'm on board."
Yeah, pretty simple. Simple, Jen.
No kid. Tom?
Well, actually, I was going to talk about games that aren't going to be at
No, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a BFIG.
But this is, for all you indie gamers, I'm going to go way back in indie game history to something called cheap-ass games. Do you remember cheap-ass games?
Yeah, they still exist.
I know they stopped they just got back in like 2 or 3 years ago. They were gone for a long time.
Yeah, the classic games like Spree.
Hey,
Hey, Sprees are delicious.
Call them bag.
there was
No, they were white manila envelopes.
yeah, they really were with a game in it. So basically, cheap-ass
Very.
My head's bouncing around at the bottom of the
because
screen.
what it was, cheap-ass games figured you already had dice, you already had money, you already had all the crap you need to play games. So they gave you a rule book and maybe a board. So, and their big hit was the Killer Bunny series. Like, Killer Bunny Needs a Hand.
Oh, lovely.
Which was a great game.
Do tell me about Killer Bunny Needs a Ham.
again, they're basically
The bunny really just needed a ham.
Yeah, but they're building games and gathering games. But if you get a chance, check out the site. Nowadays, what they've done is I think that they started moving over to electronic format with some of their games. But you can download a lot of their old games for free as PDFs at cheapassgames.com.
And print them, yeah.
And print them yourself.
Now that's damn cheap.
Which is cheap ass games. So give us a check. Mike.
Noobs.
Talking about indie games?
Yeah, noobs.
If you're not going to be
Or you got
I'm not
going to show and tell.
No.
another hand puppet,
We've seen it before.
I don't know what to say about that.
His name is Mr. Naughty Dog.
Oh my.
Oh my!
That's catches Mike off guard. That caught Mike off guard.
That did catch you. Good one there.
I love when Larry just zigs one out.
It's a good time for all.
Okay, that was funny.
I'm one of the few that isn't going to be BFIG.
Doesn't have to be beefing.
Sucks for you.
Doesn't have to be beefing.
so what have you been playing, or what are you looking forward to?
Well, I was actually about to talk about an indie game,
Yeah, that's it.
which is Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a horror or like suspenseful horror indie game.
Was it like an adventure or what?
No, it's not even an adventure. It's just more like maybe like strategy to like just really good timing. But you're pretty
You
much
should describe it as a survival game.
yeah, survival. I really think it's survival.
Well, you mostly
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, if you,
Sounds like a survival horror game.
it's great. It's a lot of jump scares and it scares the shit out of
Okay,
So
so
what's the point of this thing?
well, the whole like concept behind it is you're looking for a job. You find a job at pretty much what is like 10 like Chuck E. Cheese, where they have animatronic figures like the sing songs at the pizza place.
That's creepy as fuck already. Okay.
Yeah, and well, you end up working the security as a night shift, and well, your first night, this guy calls you and he tells you like. Gives you the instructions on how to play the game. They don't give you any button controls. You just like, hey, these are clues. You listen to chat. Animatronic figures like to move up at night, and they just do weird shit all the time. And pretty much it's just like you got conserve power. And what these animatronic figures do is they actually kill people. The owners know about it, and they're like, fuck it.
It's like kind of a Walmart.
well,
Yeah.
watch. The game is you can check the security camera,
So it's like a night
and you
trap.
can watch where all the.
So it's like Night Trap.
Almost like Night Trap.
And then when they get close to you, shut the door so they don't kill you.
You can like
You hold your tongue.
you can hit a light.
I can't believe it's me.
I'm a
the same
big
guy.
fan. Yeah.
Like you can hit a light and like it'll be like you'll just see like the animatronic figure just stand there and just like a big old smiling figure like it'll be like what? And it's like close that door.
Okay, who's the publisher on that?
I can't remember their name right now. I think it's Deep Sea or something like that. It's an indie developer. They made it. They got I think it's actually through Steam. They got it greenlit and everything like that. And people have been going nuts about how freaky this game is. Watch any of the videos. Markiplier does like a whole bunch of videos with them. Game Grumps do it.
Stream Friends has also been doing it late at night.
Also, PewDiePie.
A fun side note is there's a really good YouTube video if you get a chance. There's a electronic engineer who bought the band from the animatronic pizza place, not Chuck E. Cheese's, but a different like spin-off chain.
Fire.
Yeah, and basically he reprogrammed them to rap to Block and Drop It and a few other songs, and it is super fucking creepy as well as awesome. And I highly recommend you check it out because it is fucking
I
hilarious.
recommend that Rocket Fire DVD that's on. It's on Netflix, and it's a whole story of Rocket Fire. And they were the band that was Showbiz's band, and Showbiz and Chuck E. Cheese
Our
merged.
competition, right?
And so they're like, okay, who's are we gonna keep?
Yeah.
Rocket Fire didn't make it.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna share that YouTube. If we get like 500 views on this video, I'll stream.
So like 20 years from now.
Yeah. So 20. Yeah.
500 to alright.
You might stand a
Let's
chance
go
on the audio
100
podcast.
100 views.
100 views, I will stream 5 Nights at Freddy's.
All right.
You might want to have the podcast for that one too. That'd be easy. We do that one.
At the dead of night, I'll do 5 Nights at Freddy's.
And I'm gonna do this.
And I will hide in the background. I will break into his house when he's not knowing and scare him at random intervals.
Great game. Just ask Chelsea. She'll let you torture him. Bad time to find out Mike has a clock.
Yeah.
Right.
Me and New Ben will probably do it because I know she was dying to play that game, but I haven't bought it yet.
All right.
All right, Larry.
I think in the future, Steam game codes, some of them, are going to start showing up on the YouTube.
Eventually, we'll probably do a
Rather
code or two on the YouTube.
Rather than just Facebook.
Yeah. So you got to go to our
channel
videos.
But that's just forced.
We'll put it at the end of the episode.
What? We're gonna force
Yeah, let's just fast forward this too.
Yeah,
We'll put it at a random
No,
part of
we'll
the
put it at a
episode
random
and don't
yeah.
tell them.
That you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
They have a
100
black background that they're gonna search for. It's like, ah.
No, that's why you just put it up on text on the screen.
Annotate it.
Yeah.
Yep. You gotta keep it annotated.
100 views though, I will play 5 Nights at Freddy's.
All right.
Other things on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Come on, do it on the audio, because you'll be doing it.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to beat.
All right.
Last Games and Beer has 100 dedicated listeners. So.
I'm of course looking forward to a lot of them.
Speak up, Larry.
There's several of them, and one of them is the Freyhaven Tavern Brawl. And that looks like a good one. It's a classic fighting game, so we'll check that one out. So I'm looking forward to that.
They're going to give us an interview on the show, right?
Yeah, and we're probably going to do a demo.
Okay. And a game demo.
So that'll be exciting. And then Warriors and Cell Swords is an army building game. Basically, you're trying to build the best army to impress the team, which is kind of an interesting concept.
Do you ever actually fight? Because that would be funny as hell. If you just had like these awesome swords and you never fought.
I have a feeling that's what it is.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, I think the point is to
That
build
would
the right army.
that'd be totally worth it for that.
It's kind of that's kind of like I was saying off camera. There was I think it's called fantasy business rather than family business. Fantasy business.
Nice.
And basically each player is running an item shop for heroes. And depending on pricing and stuff, heroes will come to your shop and other people's shop.
This is just like that video game. Just like it.
So it's this game sounds a bit like that, and it's not about the combat and stuff like that. It's more like this side project of combat.
Hey,
Building the army.
you know it has to happen, right?
Sounds promising.
So there's a lot of promise. So I'm excited about it. In general, I'm gonna look around at a lot of it. That's what I've been looking.
One day, but very intense.
So Kevin, when you sober up, what are you gonna look at over at? Oh wait, no, we were just talking about that. It can be any.
He's not going to sober up.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I got that. I'll be out before 1 o'clock.
So for those of you who don't remember last year's episode about BFIG, Ben, who was supposed to be a BFIG, Saturday morning, I'm dragging his ass drunk, half naked, through a parking lot.
Sounds like a usual Saturday night.
It does actually, as we're trying to get ready to go to do our show at Boston Festival of Games. We're also trying to get Ben out of the middle of the parking lot naked. Well, he's half naked.
No one told me to sleep in the car.
We have
either.
pictures.
All right.
But
How about it,
anyway,
Kevin?
all right, I'm talking about I'm talking indie games. Probably the most recent indie game I've played would be Banner Saga. It's basically it's a sort of a tactical game in the vein of your strategy RPGs.
Here we go.
Fire Emblem, Final Tactics, etc. But basically, it's set in a sort of a fantasy Scandinavian context without any of the typical your orcs, elves kind of bullshit involved.
So the young girls don't have big heads.
You said Banner Saga?
Yes.
I've looked at that one several times.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
got
actually-
sued out of existence.
What?
Yeah. Oh, because what the hell is the name of that Candy Crush Sega tried to say that the word saga belonged
Oh
to
wow.
them.
That's,
Yeah.
God damn.
Assholes.
Fuck those people. They ring.
Fuck the concept of
Mean
trademark.
King? Yes.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck those
But
guys.
no, I mean it's very, I mean
Like
it's
Saga has
remarkably
existed for a
deep.
long time.
At this point, it has a campaign. There's also this like weird free-to-play multiplayer thing that I've never engaged in. I don't know. I've really tangentially encountered it. But no, I mean as far as like it's fairly lengthy. It's you know it took me about 10, 12 hours to. I mean it was on Steam sale it was $10. So that's not you can't beat on that. And it was it's just I mean it's it's your standard sort of strategy RPG concepts. You've got points, active points, and whatnot else. But I mean, it's very stylized. The art direction and the sort of the cutscene design. It's
What you mean?
yeah, it's definitely I mean, I don't know how to put this in a very succinct way, but it's innovative. It hasn't been done before, at least in a modern context.
I mean, like movie style.
Yeah, no, it's heavily stylized. Yes, it's not 3D. It's essentially all cell hand drawn, but I mean obviously if the resolutions we're capable of now, it's not like 15 years ago when you had
Yeah, it's like a
2x32
modern
sprite.
So
Yes,
still
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
I believe they just came up with it. Not sure what the latest news is, but I don't think the word saga can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe
That is
the
a word that
word.
has existed in English language.
Yeah, I don't
Many,
think
many
that
years.
saga can be.
If Windows couldn't win Windows
Yeah.
with all their money, yeah.
But no, that shit's tight. Check it out. Banner Saga. Just saying.
I'm gonna go the other direction. I'm gonna go to loose with poor graphics and shady controls. I'm gonna talk about Potato Man Seeks the Truth.
Yeah.
I think everybody should have to play this torture of a game. Number one, before I say this, I'm gonna say I love this game. But goddamn, if there ever, it was written by Cheaty McCheater motherfucking Sing. It was, my god, that game cheats. Like, you know how like, in a normal game, all right, number one, it's a side-scrolling platformer type of game. But you know how things in a game, in a proper game, the same character will behave in the same way. When I say character, I mean like the fucking grass. Or this bastard of a game.
Like in some games, if you jump on water, you would die. But it
will totally, no, that water will jump up out of there and jump on your ass. It will. I am not kidding. It is pretty exciting. I do like playing it. I can't stop playing it. Sometimes birds are completely benign, cute little things, and sometimes little bastards will go right after me.
Do they look the same?
Yes, they look exactly the same. Grass will fuck your shit
I don't know,
up.
it's a feature. They all have individual AI and personalities.
Right, exactly. Each blade of
Take
grass.
notes, Bethesda. That's
Yes.
Radiant AI done right.
That's right.
well, you said the controls suck.
Yep. They're Commodore 64 type.
Hey, nothing wrong with Commodore 64 type controls.
They are Commodore 64 type controls.
30 years ago.
They got that Commodore 64 feel to them. They're consistent, but what isn't consistent, you jump on a platform, sometimes it'll dissolve. Sometimes something will just, like a bush will jump up in the air and kick your ass.
So is it just poorly coded?
No, it is meant to do this. It is meant to piss you off. This game was made specifically to piss you off. And the whole point is, Potato Man seeks the truth. That's T-R-O-O-F. He is looking for the truth.
The true guy?
Yeah, and he is going to find the truth no matter what kind of grass tries to kick his ass, and no matter what that damn water does to him.
Right.
Oh, it is a son of a bitch. It is a son of a bitch of a game, and you should play it. Download it. Come on, you can probably get it for $1 somewhere. And it's so worth that painful dollar that you spent. And speaking of painful things that you spent, the time you spent with guys, games, and beer. Yeah. We love you, listeners.
Yeah. Before we head out, it's going to be, by the time this is posted, it'll probably be 24 to 48 hours within. But congratulations to Brotherwise Games, by the way, on your Kickstarter, because it's already successful, and I guarantee you it's going to be a hit. I'm really looking forward to playing Boss Monster on my Android and iPad devices, and I'm really, really excited. You guys at Gen Con made a great presence. I'm really looking forward to seeing more from you guys.
Yep.
Congratulations on the successful Kickstarter! Yay!
And if you happen to be at the Boston Festival of Indie Games, come on and give us a visit. The whole gang will be here, except for New, who's staying home.
Yeah,
And not me, because I was
Yes, you're sending your surrogate.
He's grounded.
That's true, I am sending my surrogate.
So we got you. You got a couple.
Yeah, so we actually do have Big Matt. Fake Matt is going to be
He's a little shorter, slightly walkered. I don't know how that happened. I don't know about puppier. Yeah, he can put his hair in a ponytail now. That's weird.
Yeah, he is becoming you!
He is becoming me, yes.
That's kind of terrifying.
A little bit.
Thanks for watching, guys. Games and Beer. Have a good one. Bye! Come visit us at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Win free games on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer.